Welcome to today's class. In this video, I will teach you what an invoice is and how to raise invoices using Reach Cloud accounting software. At the end of this video, you should be able to know what an invoice is, when to raise an invoice, understand the format and essentials of an invoice, how to raise invoice using Reach software, and where to check this invoice results. Now let us see what an invoice is. Invoice is issued by a seller to the buyer, quantifying the terms of the purchase and become the legal documents for the tax authorities. There are two types of invoices: a retail invoice or bill, a tax invoice. When you buy a goods from your nearby supermarket, the receipt given to you is a retail bill. In the same way, when you book the tickets using services of a travel agent, the transaction document given by him is called tax invoice. Now let us see when to raise an invoice to your buyer. The answer to this lies in the nature of your business. If you are selling goods, you have two options. In the normal cases, you have to issue an invoice before the goods are removed from your place. In the case of continuous supply, you can issue an invoice before the issuance of the account statement. If you are offering services, you have to raise invoices within 30 days from the supplier of services. Let us see the format of the retail and tax invoice to understand the key item. Let me show you a sample invoice for your reference. A GST invoice must have the following mandatory fields. There are invoice number and date, customer name, shipping and billing address, customer and taxpayer GSTIN if registered, place of supply, HSN code, SAC code, item details, that is description, quantity, unit and total value, taxable value and discount, rate and amount of taxes, that is CGST, SGST, IGST, whether GST is payable on reverse charge basis, signature of the supplier. If the recipient has not registered and the value is more than 50,000, then the invoice should carry name and address of the recipient, address of delivery, state name and state code. Now, I will show you how to raise an invoice using Reach accounting software. First, you will have to design and set up your invoice parameter. This is done only once. Once you have to set your invoice, you can start creating invoice for your customer. Designing your invoice. Reach software provides you a unique option to design your invoice the way you like it. You can either choose from more than 20 pre-designed invoice templates or you can design one for your own. Let me now show you how to design your invoice. Click Setting. Go to Invoice Template under Admin tab. Click on Add Invoice Template. Now you can start designing your invoice. Give a name for your template and choose a parent template which you would like to emit. Now you can create the placeholders and paste it in the places you would like to have it. For example, if you like to change the delivery note column to a bill due date column, create the relevant placeholder and paste it in the template area. Once done, you can save the template. Setting up the invoice. Now, I will show you how to set up the invoice parameter. You can choose to create multiple invoice sequence in Reach software. For example, you can create a different sequence for export invoices and another sequence for local invoices. Let's see how to create an invoice sequence. Click Setting. Go to Create Template under Income tab. Click on Add Template. Now you can start setting up the basic parameters. Assign the invoice template to a branch and provide a template name. Choose the invoice design from the drop down. You will see the design created by you in the list. Choose the design invoice. Now you can further add parameters relating to taxes. Once that is done, you can assign a pre-filled price list to this template if that is relevant. A price list is created separately. If you have differential pricing for customers divided by type or geography. I will teach you about the price list in a separate video. Once you assign a price list, you can configure the decimal points for this invoice template. You can also preset the type of invoice and assign it to a specific account head. Following which you can preset the terms and notes. Please note that you can also choose to add these details at the time of voucher entry. Now you can add additional columns and fields to your invoice. Let me show you how. The above line columns can be added here and this will reflect here in the invoice. Below the line columns can be added both as an addition item or a subtraction item and will reflect in your invoice like this. Now you can choose your email and print preferences. You can choose the size of the paper which you will use to print your invoice and also decide on the number of copies you choose to print. Once you finish the print setting, you can now choose the invoice number sequence and add a starting number. The serial number checkbox is used if you deal with electronic products or spare parts and wish to track your inventory based on batch or serial sequences. In case you are an importer or manufacturer, you can choose the value at which the tax should be calculated. Finally, you can choose if this is a default template. Once done, you can now save it. Raising an invoice. Now that you have set up your invoices, you can start creating and issuing invoices to your customer using Read software. Let me now show you how to raise an invoice. Go to Invoice under Income tab. Click on Add Invoice. The invoice will have three segments. The first segment shows you details and type of the invoice. The second shows the billing particulars. And the last segment shows other key details. Let us now raise a sample invoice. Choose the customer to whom you are raising an invoice. Reach will automatically populate the customer's detail and also show you the balance outstanding for the customer. In case this is a new customer, you can add the details of the new customer by clicking on the Add button near the customer field. You can match this invoice to a specific cost center and choose the price list relevant to the customer. You also have an option to pre-assign the price list to the customer and Reach will automatically pull it out. Once marked, you can start adding all the products which you sell in the invoice now. While adding products, you can add discounts and choose taxes. Once an invoice is completed, you can now create a receipt for the invoice or adjust the invoice against advance payments or outstanding credit notes. Reach also has the option of pre-setting reminder for your invoices through email and SMS. Now your invoice is completed and ready to be sent to your customer. You can print the invoice and send it to your customer. Alternatively, you can also choose to email, SMS or WhatsApp the invoice directly to your customer. Once you save the invoice appears in the list of invoices. The invoice shows the payment and the shipment statement. You can do further changes to the invoice from the Action tab. Once you have raised invoices, Reach automatically show you a daily sales and outstanding invoices in the report section. Reach also prepare the day book, accounting ledger, financial statement and tax reports automatically. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any queries, please feel free to leave them as a comment below. To watching our accounting course, please subscribe our channel.